Hey everyone, I'm Rather Coherent, back with more heavily modded XCOM 2. We're going into Operation Carrion Tracker, but first, emphasis on the modded XCOM 2, because we need some mod talk. I have a whole video about this, but I need to briefly summarize it first. The way it used to be with Children of the King, a mod I have installed, is that there would be a sitrep here saying, hey, Chrome Dome's gonna be on the mission. Chrome Dome is on the mission, but that sitrep is not here. Now, the reason that is because the mod has since been updated, and it no longer gives you a sitrep, it just randomly shows up on the missions. I personally do not enjoy that design at all. I have an entire video talking about power curves and how it is not a good thing for mods like Mach-X or Children of the King to massively spike the difficulty. They should telegraph it. And with Mach-X, I didn't want to do it, even though I think Mach-X is an absolutely fantastic mod. I still think Children of the King is well made, but it doesn't matter to me. If it's going to be randomly spiking the difficulty of missions, especially without telegraphing it, I don't want to run it. It does not line up with my vision of the game. So what do I do? Because Chrome Dome's here, and if I uninstall the mod, the mission will crash. I can uninstall the mod after the mission, that'll be fine, but I have to play the mission. So when we get into the mission, I'm going to use a console command to kill Chrome Dome when it shows up. Now, I believe Chrome Dome should have replaced a pod. I don't know 100% sure that it did. I assume that's the case. So as such, I will be dealing with the rest of Chrome Dome's pod, which will be a bunch of Vipers with guns who absolutely shouldn't be on a Savage mission, but hey, here we are, it's happened, we're going to deal with it the best we can. Additionally, this mission was also the tipping point for me, because I was already salty as hell about having to deal with the Bio-Assault pod, because Bio-Assaults are so much stronger than all other units, where I've decided I'm going to start making changes to force levels as I play, that part of enemy compatibility is making sure they're at the appropriate force level, because not all mods are necessarily built on the same power curve, and they need to be if they're being run together. Especially if I'm the one who's in control of balance, and get this, I am, my game, my mods. So, the Bio-Assault that's here, I'm gonna fight him normally. I'm not gonna fucking use a console command to kill him. He spawned, he's a bitch and a half, we're gonna deal with him just like we had the last ones. But they are so much worse than every other unit, they'll be making changes to get rid of them going forward. They'll be back at force level 12, where they fucking should have been to begin with. But for now, we have one more to deal with, or at least I think we do. There could be a second one in Fog of War, I don't know. I haven't confirmed that I've seen all the pods, I think I have. Now, getting into actual gameplay, who's going on this difficult hack mission? Well, it's basically the A-Team, right? It's not actually the A-Team, but for the point of the campaign we're at, Sword Saint is an actual A-Team character, and all of these people are amongst our highest ranked soldiers. And Iron Rhino is also an A-Team character. They have a 94 aim. A Colonel Marksman, 4 ranks above this, normally has 90 aim. With the exceptions of Kevlar armor and the Tier 1 Gauntlet, this team is entirely in Tier 2. They're very well geared. They're a great close range team with 3 shotguns across a Sapper, an Assault, and a Combat Engineer, 2 melee units across an Assault and a Templar, and a Marine Marksman Corps, both with big, slow weapons that are very, very good at long range. It's a very good team. This is admittedly a point in the game where I'm stressed about bringing 6-man teams, because it's too dangerous. We need to get the GTS, upgrade it so that we can run 8-man teams. I went too long without doing that, and these missions are very stressful and very high stakes. But I assure you, the changes I'm making today are not balance concerns about this mission. It's not that this mission is too hard specifically, and I'm making changes to make it easier. The Bio-Assaults I've been complaining about constantly, and when you see Chrome Dome, if you think that's within the normal power curve of the campaign, I don't know what to tell you. So, let's get in and let's play what parts of the mission I have deemed acceptable for the campaign. This is, to some degree, mod troubleshooting day. Let's get in there. And if you do happen to enjoy the content, despite the fact that some of it ends up being mod troubleshooting like this, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button to give you some reassurance in these trying times. Alright, getting into the mission, we're dead in the corner. The objective is miles away. We have a Frost Chrysalid, so a Chrysalid pod or a Frost pod on the objective. Let's get moving forward, see what's going on. No real reason to stop and cover. We just know it's not going to be a concern. No one's to be this close to us. Here, I think it's safer to be on... Let's dash someone else forward to a different position. How far can the Marine get? Cool, this is where the Marine goes then. That narrows that down. Marine got no new eyes, but what they did do is confirm that this tile will definitely be safe with the Assault now. And still nothing. Spooky. So the issue I realized in the first time I was playing this that I now need to repeat is that my idea of having Iron Rhino just post up on high ground and use Brace is super cool, because it's a Savage mission. And then I realized, like the first time I saw a Chrysalid, oh, if I stay back, they'll just burrow, go ahead and kill him while he's alone, so I can't actually stay in the back with his sniper rifle. The plan literally does not work.
Roger that.
So, unfortunately, we'll be running forward and regretting bringing the sniper rifle, just like we've done every single time I brought not the Vector rifle on a mission. It's very sad. We have audio from the building, doors opening. That means it's not the chrysalid pod. I don't believe they open doors. One way to find out, though, is to get in close and see what's going on. There's a turret. There we go. There's the problem pod. So that's the mission. It's these guys. Let me make sure it's safe to move over so to get better eyes on them, because those guys are the mission. Make note. All right, so there's a million chrysalids over there. There's the Viper King. Okay, so you might think there's a console command to kill a guy. There's not. I thought there would be. I've been looking it up during the loading screen. I can't find anything to kill one guy. There's kill everyone. So what I'm going to do is when we pull Viper Prince Chrome Dome, I'm going to toggle unlimited actions and full accuracy, walk one soldier next to them and shoot them until they're dead. Then I'm going to walk them back to where they were and turn off the toggles. But until we pull Chrome Dome, it's not a problem. Now, his pod does still exist, which means we have to play around them. I'm glad I didn't sprint forward on the assault, by the way. That would have been very bad. So instead, the assault's going to go this way, get eyes out here, no new eyes, and we should be able to see the pod clearly now. This pod is insane. There is so much health here. Like, honestly, the Bio-Assault Trooper is not what's the huge problem here. It's just everything. It's just like gesturing at the whole pod. Like, this is like the first force level you can find a fire starter at. It's 2 Bio Faces, a Viper, a fire starter. Whoever the 5th guy is, the pod was always going to be a nightmare. The Bio-Assault Trooper, I mean, he is a problem, but he's not the problem in this case. This would be the problem. 84 health, 4 armor. Get the fuck out. Why are you here? Now, in terms of how we're moving, I think we're all just running forward. The goal is definitely to open with a grenade that takes out a lot of them in the turret. That requires them to patrol back towards the turret. For now, everyone just needs to get in the firing line, right? Run forward here. Run forward there. If there were a clean way up to this high ground, I wouldn't mind being there, but it doesn't look like there is. I can move here and brace, but I'd be alone next to the chrysalid, so I'd much rather be running forward. Which means here, because if I do get into a fight, that at least gives me brace lead the target. I don't think I'll have to fight this round, but it's definitely possible that we get into one. 5 drones patrolling. I thought that they were going this way that have jumped up, so I'm not really sure where they're going. Thankfully, the 5 Vipers that are hanging out with Chrome Dome are not going towards the objective. Oh, hey, more lids. These are all the pods I saw in my previous mission. I believe it's all 4 pods for the difficult mission. I'm not 100% sure, but that would make sense. So, ideally, we start this just with a rocket here, and it takes out the turret too. The issue is we're missing the fire starter, and it's just a huge, terrifying fucking pod. But I think this is how we open every time. The question is just, do we open now? We only have 7 turns. Oh, the objective's on the side they're at. That sucks. That definitely impacts my decision-making a lot, because it means we're not going to be able to get the turret here. What's our grenade range here? We can't get the turret with a grenade. We can get all of them with a grenade, though. And we're far enough back that we could probably rotate away. Unfortunately, I am pinned on my assault, which means we actually have to deal with the turret. Oh, man, I just wish this was on the other side, right? How's the flamethrower looking? If I were to move forward, I could flamethrow, I think, everything. The issue is, as you run forward, you have to deal with all the melee. It's not actually safe to run forward. I think it's worth throwing the defensive mine in front of us. All right, full disclosure, I have reloaded the ambush, because last time I did this, I placed mines in front of us like this, and then they hit us. Our own mines hit us. I don't understand how that's possible, but I'll throw it out the extra tile this time and then take the same ambush, because that's just absolute nonsense. Let's chuck out the mines, 2 tiles this time. Make sure that this doesn't go down the same way. Repeat the same ambush with brace, lead the target. I was really hoping to lead the target on this man, but barring that, the Bio Faces is the best target. Then we chuck a rocket. We can't go over here to kill the turret. The turret's just going to get to act, and I can't stop it. We have to make sure we don't hit the objective, and that's the tile for it. All right, now it remains to be seen what the mines do, what lead the target does, how much we have to really deal with, what happens on the counter swing, because we're going to take wounds, we're going to take damage here, it's going to be fucking rough. Bio Faces is at a lot more health than I was expecting to be, considering rocket plus anti-material rifle, but fair enough. Fire starter down to 12. Turret is active, no dealing with it. Chrysalids are active, they're just active. We're taking wounds, there's no way around it. Now, we do have a bunch of tools for burst damage here. Unfortunately, nobody ran all the way up here, but we still have a shoot suppress. Our best shot is on this face is at 84. I think that's worth just taking. The turret gets an action. We have a 75 here. I think those lids are going to... Oh, you're just in the open, you asshole. You just know you don't need cover. I mean, I know he can't take cover, but still, it's incredibly BM that he's just choosing to ignore it. I'm going to take the 84 to kill this faceless because it's the only good shot he has, followed by suppression on the bio assault. Because even though my odds of hitting the bio assault are much lower, make sure this is not set to 66 and is set to 33. You don't want to. Well, let's see if you feel the same way after I throw an axe at somebody, okay? Now, the fire starter probably needs to die this turn. I've already dealt so much damage to the mines that I think it's reasonable to try to kill it now. 7 gets it down to a relatively easy kill from the shotgun. I am going to rotate over here first. And the reason I'm doing this is to try to split up and be further away for the purpose of Poison Spit. You don't have like a fire explosion on death, do you? Because if it did, it's certainly not in the F1. He has 2 abilities. They're punch and breathe fire, as the name Fire-Breathing Berserker might imply. Now, do you want to toggle this? Yes, you do. You're good doing it now. Thank you. And then we take suppression on the Biotrooper. He is the most dangerous unit there is, and also the one where hitting it matters the most. Here I'm going to drop a grenade with the intent of killing the Viper and getting the Bio Faceless into range for the Templar. It looks like that is entirely plausible. All told, really, really good ambush. The spot's scary as shit, and the chrysalids are active. Like, you might look at this and be like, what the fuck do you mean, good ambush? This is awful. And I agree with you, but, like, do you see the pod I'm against? Because this thing is actually horrifying. Now, hopefully I can get somewhere that has, like, you know, cover that's good, but yeah, all of this is mono direction. That's too far away. There's no Viper anymore, so there's really not a reason not to just be stacked up with everyone. Strength in numbers and all that. And now I get to see what the Bio Assault's doing. He is disoriented and suppressed and has all the penalties in the world. Here comes the Chrysalids from the other pod. Just a whole map brawl like you do. All right, fair enough. Let's see the Bio Assault. He's the one that really matters. Oh, you're shooting? You're not going to melee? It could just be animation orders being weird. 0%. I feel like his odds on melee might have been better, but I'll gladly take that. Okay, so we're going to go kill the Viper Prince with very silly console commands, because it's not really possible to deal with him in fair ways. Like, you look at this health bar here, and it sort of feels like it's not in line with everything else happening in the mission, huh? All right, I'll just take some random wounds, I guess. Thanks, Rippers. Just all of them skittering in. Oh, nice, he missed. Now, this is probably going to hurt somebody. Yeah, his piece of cover did explode, that's fair. Yeah, just get hit unavoidably. Or don't get hit unavoidably. I mean, I'll take it. Looks like they called in backup. I feel like they should just all spawn during the hive phase. Reflex action is what the hive... This just means the hive turn. But it feels like they should all spawn during the hive turn, not like during the alien turn to get free attacks on me, right? Just feels silly. Thanks for pulling the Overwatch for me, buddy. Oh. Well, the suppression already did its job, so I guess it's fine. Now, because you have a pistol, it seems like we obviously start this by having you kill the Chrysalid Ripper on top of you. 100% guarantees the kill, uses nothing. Alright, everybody, close your eyes. We're playing this legitimately, I promise. I promise, all of this is very legitimate. It's super, super legitimate. Also, we're going to increase the speed a little bit for this, because, well, it's going to take a hot second. I'll be pressing 1 for a while. See you soon. Alright, I need to make sure I finish him off with the pistol. Otherwise, I'll gain momentum. Not momentum, I'll gain energy. Now that that's solved, we're going to walk back to where we started, which I believe was right here. And we're going to turn all of that shit off. Okay, now there's a slight issue. You'll notice I can move as far as I want. Because I was pressing the slash key over and over again, I didn't realize this. I just built up infinite momentum. I'll need to be careful not to cheat with this move. It shouldn't be too hard. In fact, it looks like pretty explicitly it's going to be very easy. I have a 100% on the rend against this unit with built-in defense. Where are you? Get over here. Yeah, I have this, and no one else will ever have a guaranteed kill on the Bio Assault, so I'm going to take this. That's just very obviously what we're going to do. Oh, I need to turn the animation speed back down. Advanced War Grip, Bedded Stock, PC has advanced speed and supplies, neat. Alright, and after having dealt with him, I'm just going to walk back. We only have the 1 momentum now, nice. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have done the blue move first and then shot the Rippers. You know, I think it'll be fine. I think I have somebody else perfectly capable of shooting the Rippers with their pistol. I think Iron Rhino might have been born for this. Yep, that's another Ripper. There is one more Ripper next to us that needs to go down. All right. Now we're looking at just good old-fashioned active 14. Perfectly manageable. Now, my Combat Engineer does have a Flamethrower, and there is a Frost Chrysalid. Is there a world where he stands in the open to do it? Viper Hatchling, Viper Frostling, Chrysalid Hive Drone. My Assault can run forward. We give up on cover this round and throw the grenade. We don't have to give up on cover this round. I can stand here. That's accepting flank possibilities. What are we looking at here? What's our best shot? We're not shooting that. 74 here, followed by a suppression. How are we dealing with these Chrysalid Hive Drones that are literally on top of us? That's kind of important. Oh, I can kill this Ripper too. There's no reason I wouldn't do that. Like, the bullet in my gun is nice, but I'm fine not having it, right? And there's another Ripper. So I take that one out too, and I reload, lead the target on something in the back. That was a crit for 11, very well used. Reload, and I'll figure out the lead the target later. Here we have a point-blank kill on one of the lids on top of us, and I think we have to take that rather than anything else. We'll take the... They're identical, right? Yeah, we'll just take this one out because it's further back, meaning it's more awkward somehow. That's one problem dealt with. Combat Engineer, please step into the open. It is your job in life. Hate to tell it to you. Flamethrower seems good. Take it. We got a panic on the Viper. That's wonderful. Gotta love being a Sergeant Combat Engineer. This Frost Chrysalid really does need to go down, like right now. I can slide to corner cover and grenade the turret, leaving my Assault free to get a better move. Corner cover is not actually safe. For my current position, can I get a grenade on the turret? I can. So I think what I want to do is move forward on the Assault to here, like not that far, honestly. I think I'm taking lead the target on the Frost Chrysalid because it's a guaranteed kill. And then expecting the Assault and the Sapper to... we're never killing the Hive Drone on top of us. God, that's so frustrating. The Frost Chrysalid doesn't hit very hard. We're going to lead it up and work together to kill the Hive Drone instead. Unless we just, like, high roll a crit like mad. Ooh, that's not high rolling a crit at all. That's not even close to high rolling a crit. All right, they just both get to live then. Fall back here to get better cover, take out the turret. Can't really afford to have that go, like, multiple turns consecutively. Oh, right, yeah, the objective. Thanks for the reminder, game. That one does not get the objective, allegedly. I didn't get a warning, at least, so if the objective blows up, I'll be very, very upset. Pop fly, and then the objective is safe. Perfect. This gun deals how much damage, game? 6 to 8? Probably not killing the Hive Drone, but that Hive Drone in the back we can kill. Not that Hive Drone, this Hive Drone. So it seems like the thing to do is to shoot the Hive Drone that's going to actually die when I shoot it. You're going to be dead in 2 turns of your own volition. I'm sorry, Rowdy Harlequin, it's your job. You're a Combat Engineer, you have to deal with it. This Hive Drone runs in. It's a full dash, though. This Ripper dashes in, but it can't attack on a dash. Can it attack? All right. What's your mobility? I saw 12, but that's not the Ripper. That was somebody else. Okay, it's good to know that a lot of the active was actually a lie. It was just Rippers. They were in fog of war. More Rippers. And if they're on a hive team, they all get to attack me immediately. I really hope that the aliens go for them, because this is very frustrating for me. Oh, he finally finished the attack. Yeah, they have 18 mobility. It's kind of a lot. Lead the target finally kills the hive drone. That will be a 100%. Yep, 100%. Damn right. Spend all this money on Iron... Not all this money, but all this time on Iron Rhino for a reason. Probably at me, right? Yeah. It's fine. You're a combat engineer. Suck it up. It's your job. Deal with it. At least all the Viper hatchlings don't hit that hard, unlike the actual Viper. Hey, we needed him, you piece of shit. He was busy tanking for us. Hopefully this one will just manage to kill every single Ripper somehow. I guess it's not a big deal, like, that's sad. Like, realistically, we can deal with Rippers. Oh, nice. I feel like our wounds should be worse this mission than they've been so far. That's great news as well. Oh, it's a blue move. That's so cool. I always forget that Frost Chrysalids have a blue move slash. Anyway, let's see what all these Rippers do. Did he free me? Oh, that's incredible. You go, little guy. You survived the shot and saved my combat engineer. Ow. Yeah, tremendous wounds going on this mission are basically expected. That first pod was just disgusting. I saw that I had to turn to ambush it with nothing else, and that was the thing to do. How many Rippers are out right now? It was like 0 when I ended my turn. I think there are 6 that spawned and 2 that ran in from fog. Dear God. Okay, we're back. There are 6 active Rippers on the Hive team. First things first, you can kill 2 of them. Oh, shit. Okay, it was highlighting wrong. I always forget that I have sidearm specialist, and I deal way more damage than it shows. 4 to 7. This 3 of 4 highlights just wrong. I think we'll have a 100% on that one as well. We do. Guaranteed kill. Game finally unhitched. What is our aim looking at? Okay, nowhere near enough. Iron Rhino, how's yours doing? This pistol's at 100, so obviously you shoot this one. I was talking about the ones over here, though. God, having pistols makes these so much easier to deal with. 94. I can walk forward, pistol, grenade. But considering I have this anti-material rifle and the aim of a god, right? Like, if I just go over to one of these snakes and cover, right? Yeah, like, it's just solid shots at everyone, and we can probably destroy their cover as part of this as well. My combat engineer has a flamethrower and a sick reposition, so I think I just take that. Move to here to make sure I'm able to do it.
Seems doable.
All the flanks in the world, but what matters is this flamethrower. There we go. No reason to worry about shooting the Ripper when we're already forced into doing this. All right, I'm sorry, but Frostlings are not immune to fire. They're vulnerable to fire. You have your naming scheme backwards. I'm glad I'm uninstalling the mod. I had no idea they were immune to fire. I'm going to be honest, that doesn't make any sense to me. Considering Frost Legions here and vulnerable to fire, having Frostlings in the game that are resistant to it, it's just nonsense. But okay, fair enough. I walk here, shoot every single Ripper. I slash the Viper. Provided I can reach it. If I can't, I'll work on finishing off a drone or something. But I do need to deal with all these Rippers. We have 5 turns left on the timer, so absolutely no problem there. So just let me mow down all of these Rippers real quick. It's going to take a hot second. Oh, the Frost Crystal is probably dead to burning, and he also doesn't hit very hard anyway. So we can probably ignore him. Are we able to get this Viper? No. Wait, yes. Yes, we are. Wait, I have fuse and somebody has a grenade? I'll take it. You're immune to the grenade and it didn't destroy your own cover. I'm not enjoying my time with you, Viper Frostling. I think I'm just using point blank on the Viper Hive drone next to me and reloading. That seems like the turn here. This thing needs to stop being here. It's just a menace.
I got it, right?
All right, so that's one enemy dealt with. My Sapper's probably pushing in because the Viper back here is sort of AFK. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. We're gonna see how this shot goes. Odds are grim. Like, I don't feel good about this. It's not gonna kill. Oh my god, it killed. Alright, I take it all back, Flagship Inferno. I don't know why I was so cynical about you, but my faith is at an all-time low. And we take this. We can't get the hatchling and the frostling. But I mean, the frostling is way closer to being a real unit. So we take the Viper, we take the frostling. Then we use our sniper to finish off the frostling. Which leaves 1, 2, 3 hatchlings. No, 2 hatchlings and a panicked Viper. After we take this shot. The Frost Chrysalid may be burning to death, it may not, hard to say, but it shouldn't do too much anyway. Did that snap freeze hit you? No, good. Burnt to death there. We're getting strangled, which is honestly fine. It makes me feel better about standing in the open. I wish it didn't deal 3 damage, but whatever, here we are. Guessing the same thing's happening here. That one was 1 mitigated by armor, so 3 is probably the max damage then. The Templar is better at, you know, helping people who are being strangled than the Sapper is. So we're going to walk here, check the damage here. It's going to be better than a sword then, because the crit chance. Yeah, that'll work. You're good, man. You can get up. You don't need to keep pretending. This ain't soccer. Viper hatchling down, and with the glaring exception of the fact that we had to use console commands to kill a mod we want to uninstall, I actually am pretty okay with how this went. Like, there's a lot of wounds on this mission, but that biopod, the double faceless fire breather and bio assault with a random Viper in the mix, that pod was terrifying. Anyway, I'm gonna blue move forward.
I can handle that.
And just like get everyone in the area. Oh wait, there's a Viper. There's just a guy. Shit. Forgot about him. Fix it. I feel like there was something better I could have done than taking 57, but it's fine. It's Iron Rhino. They got this. I just forgot he was there. Okay, all the enemies are dead. I was being patient because I didn't have that go gray yet.
Whatever you say.
Oh, that's very funny. Sloppy end to a sloppy mission. Checks out. No one here knows how to hack, so we'll take our 12% out of small supply cache with a great deal of shame and move on with our lives. Yeah, just take the 6%. We weren't hitting either of them ever anyway. Honestly, though, I quite liked the mission, except for the random pod of snakes that should have been, like, faceless instead, that made everything really, really complicated. That was an actually savage pod. You could have, like, pulled back and had this, like, retreating battle with a group of faceless. Anyway, I'm gonna go see what the damage number... Because there's no... The only command to kill things that I can find in this game is kill all. So he done 149 damage because he fucking cheated. We'll need to remember that in the future when Sword Saint's like notably better than the other Templars we get. Oh, it's unfortunate. I honestly considered, should I use console command so that we split the kill across as many people as possible to avoid stats being too fucked up, and I just think it doesn't matter. Like, who actually cares? Iron Rhino did incredibly, though. Like, if it weren't for somebody having to get rid of a problem, Iron Rhino would easily have gotten that MVP. Although everyone else did a pretty solid chunk of work. Even our Marine, who usually underperforms. Huge damage on Harlequin. But, like, yeah, no one's competing with I cheated to hit 11 consecutive shots. Or, sorry, 9 consecutive shots. Oh, the Ren doesn't count, because I definitely Rended more than 9 times. That was just pistols. A lot of his damage, admittedly, was from Rippers. If I had to guess, I'd say that exactly like 80 damage was from cheating. But alright, I'm pretty happy with the way that mission went. With the exception of mod troubles, but I'm never going to be happy when I'm sorting mod troubles. Alright, as the team makes it home, these wound times are honestly not that bad. Admittedly, that's a 16-day wound if the infirmary wasn't staffed, but that's manageable. Inferno makes it Lieutenant, takes lightning reflexes. It's just incredible. What do I need to say? It makes you able to basically ignore Overwatch, and it's not a Pioneer, it's actually a normal game mechanic. Advanced Medit stock and foregrips are really not that impressive to me. Advanced speed is nice. That isn't real, we're uninstalling this mod immediately. In fact, I'll be back with you once I have. Alright, Children of the King is removed. We should be just fine to continue now. For a second, I saw the Viper King corpse, and I was like, how is it still here? But that's the Viper King, not the Children of the King. Looks like all the menus that should be interacting with it are properly cleared. technically somewhere in the data there is a mysterious item that should be in my inventory that just doesn't have a reference and it's not showing up anywhere. But that's fine. That's a harmless issue, I think. It'll be real funny when the campaign ends because I've done this. Well, not really. I'd just be forced to reinstall Children of the King if it becomes a problem. Anyway, we've unlocked the next step in Hunt the Chosen, which is a covert action requiring a lieutenant who gets aim and another soldier. Realistically, I'd be fine sending people on this as soon as the barracks isn't fucked, which is currently not the case. Let's keep building here. Resistance operative to workstation can now over-infiltrate. What are you doing? Difficult mission, Corvette lair, escort resistance operative to workstation, leaked operation. This is for raiding the supply convoy, so I sent this out relatively recently. Yeah, it's the one with Carbon Mile. All right, so this team should be really good, right? Lieutenant Final Enigma and Lieutenant Pure Mischief. Then we have 2 sergeants, Napalm. I'm not a fan of sending out 6-man teams in the first place at this point in the game. Until we got to Squatty Blizzard, we were doing great. Also, he's got Fear of Stun Lancers, and those dudes are everywhere. And this mission was generated before I got rid of Bio Assaults, so Bio Assaults could be here. It is what it is. I'll see you next time with this shit show. I think they can handle it, because, like, they do have a Lieutenant Assault, a Lieutenant Combat Engineer, and a Spark Infiltrator. I think this is perfectly doable. It's definitely on the scarier side of things, but, like, honestly, not too worried about it. Just having 2 lieutenants of aggressive classes and the Infiltrator here makes me feel so much safer. I'm confident in this. I'll see you next time with Operation Corvette Lair, and hopefully with far less mod talk than was involved this time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.